You're the manager on a cardiac unit. You always have a charge nurse without an assignment. And that's a nice thing when you can do that. But today, the census is so high because everyone has the flu. So you actually need to pull your charge nurse into staffing. However, when you approach her at the nurse's station and tell her, unfortunately, she's going to have to pick up an assignment, she flips out on you and yells, "Why don't you take an assignment? You said that the charge nurse doesn't take assignments. I knew I couldn't trust you." And then she says, "This place sucks." Sound familiar? So how would you handle her? On this episode of Coffee and Conversations about Nurse Bullying, we're going to talk about how to respond to insubordination at the nurse's station. Hi, I'm Dr. Renee Thompson, the CEO of the Healthy Workforce Institute. Welcome to Coffee and Conversations about Nurse Bullying. Okay, let's talk. How would you respond to this charge nurse who is supposed to be a role model for professionalism? Here are a few options. Number one, you could just ignore her. After all, you did say that she could be in charge without an assignment, so technically she's right. Number two, don't say anything in the moment, but ask to speak with her later, because you really don't want to embarrass her by speaking up or addressing her behavior in front of everyone. Remember, she's at the nurse's station where everybody's paying attention. Or number three, you can address her behavior in the moment in front of everyone. It doesn't really matter. She's behaving in a way that's extremely unprofessional. So what would you do? Did you pick number three? Good. Okay, now let's unpack this. First of all, never ignore bad behavior, especially when it's happening in front of other people. If you do, even if you have good intent to address her behavior later, people aren't mind readers. They don't know this. Everyone who witnesses this act will think it's okay for people to behave this way if you don't say anything, and you will lose credibility as a leader. Second, you've got to stop the disruption. As soon as she starts flipping out, "Why don't you take an assignment?" Everyone within earshot is stopping what they're doing, and they're looking, and they're listening, and it's distracting them from patient care. Now, I'm not asking you to counsel or recite a dissertation in the middle of the nurse's station. The key is to interrupt the behavior. Whoa. The way you're acting right now is unprofessional and you need to stop. Or you can say, "Time out. You're yelling in the middle of the nurse's station where patients and families can hear you. You need to stop this behavior right now." You've got to interrupt that behavior and let everybody else know not okay to behave that way. Third, reinforce expectations. Pull her aside when she's calm and say, "Look, you know this. We make decisions here based on what's best for patients, then the team, and then ourselves. The way you acted tells me you're making decisions based on what's best for you, and that's not okay." Every single one of us needs to be able to adapt and do things we don't want to do for the sake of our patients. And right now, the patients need you, and I'm going to need you to step up as a professional and handle this, okay? Take an assignment. Be very clear and reinforce this expectation. Oh, and by the way, if she continues to act like this, oh my goodness, take her out of the charge role. Remember, what you tolerate, you permit. And if you really want to cultivate and sustain a healthy workforce culture, always interrupt the disruptive behavior in the moment. Do not ignore them. So what other situations would you like me to address in this video series? Just post in the comments below. I would really love for you to share. So if you like this video, make sure you subscribe and share it with other people. And if you're sick and tired of dealing with bad behavior in your professional workplace, we can help. Just go to my website, www.healthyworkforceinstitute.com, for more resources and to even take our assessment regarding how healthy your department is. So until our next conversation, Be kind, take care, and stay connected.